as in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a dub for a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check and took off. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call, for real. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Tennessee Titans. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Boston Scott, his first carry, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a carry for Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Stafford now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 43. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Mariota to throw it this time. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. From the gun, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Stafford. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in a defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Scarborough. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Throwing to Stafford, escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Stafford. And Tate's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Alberto. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play. Stafford to Tate, 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Here's Stafford now on second down. On the screen, Bernard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. Now Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Mariota. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Flush to his right. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Oh, eluding the tackle. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level is...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamal Agnew.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mariota now. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. in for the score. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And Detroit getting set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on second down. Stafford, he drops it off for Bernard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Here we go.
Stafford on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. Mariota on first down. And Walker has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when a screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. inside the 10 at the 8. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota. This will be caught at about the 5. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's Bernard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Walker with a grab, left side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Lions. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them out.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd down, Scott, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, that's Scott, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch.
Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On 1st down, Scott. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Mariota, option left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
21.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Stafford. And that is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Tennessee, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13.